Hello, this is Joe's Standard. This is Module 12 case study for AEP 856. So a little bit about the case. So there's a principal who has concerns about a new parent organization that just came to fruition. They split from the national PTA. I'm assuming they were just feeling a little bit disgruntled about not having their voices heard or anything like that. The principal has met with the representatives of the parent organization. They came in, they were talking to him about all their plans and everything. They were led by a young attorney who was their president, who was elected. The organization wants to redesign the back-to-school organization, how it's ran and everything. They want the school to have multiple back-to-school meetings focusing on one or two subjects a night during National Education Week. And the teachers are to be available to meet with parents during that week as well. And parents are to be involved in the meetings if they choose to do so. The new organizations want to be more involved with the decisions and policy-making process. And the parents believe that they should be equal partners. The organization also wants to have a greater role in developing and deciding policies that directly affect the school. They've also met before they met with the principal to establish committees on discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and school evaluations. The committees are wanting to observe conditions at the school and collect data on students, parents, and teachers. They want to issue policy statements on the need for change. The principal is unaware of these decisions and was not brought in. They were just kind of brought to him out of nowhere. And the principal does not understand why they are not satisfied with what they have done in the past. So some legal and ethical issues that have arisen through this case. First off, there's no harm yet. Nobody has been harmed in either way, physically or anything. This has only been a discussion lately, but there could be possible issues coming around the bend. You have issues with FERPA, with parents wanting student information to use. You also have conflicts with the Board of Education policies. It's like they're trying to sidestep the policies that are placed within the district. Also, you can have issues with negotiated agreements. They're wanting extra teacher time, but the problem is that's already been agreed upon before the start of that year, and teachers aren't compensated for those extra times that they're going to be working during that extra week for questions. And it could possibly turn to a discriminatory action. Honestly, it's kind of how they would use the information, because doesn't seem to be any oversight of what happens with the information that they have. Are they trustworthy? No. So it seems like a lot of legal issues that the organization themselves can get in, as well as the school as well, depending on how they use the information that they get. So what exactly happened? Well, a new parent organization has been created because the principal has somehow neglected his relationship with the parents. They want to have a bigger role in decision-making, like evaluation, school policy, and systemic changes as well. So here are some knowns and unknowns about the people. So we know that we have the principal. The principal kind of seems, not much is like fully known, but we know that the principal has been presented this issue out of nowhere. There was nothing he knew about it beforehand, and it was just kind of brought to his attention. We know we have this parent group that evidently has felt unsatisfied with the way things were going, and people that are higher up did not know much about that. And they've kind of made this group on their own without much input from the district or what really feels like the community itself. We know the president of the parent group is an attorney, a young attorney, so there could possibly be some legality issues that may arise. Like, who knows, there could be, going to court over things as well. So it kind of seems like they strategically placed this gentleman at the front of the table. We know that we have the different representatives of the parent group that are coming to the principal and telling them what they want. Some unknowns, we're not really told anything about the superintendent. It's kind of just all placed at the principal. And we don't know much about the Board of Education, what it's made up of, what their thoughts are, or anything like that as well. A little bit known and unknown facts about the place. Well, we know that it takes place at a school, and we know it's inside the principal's office. But we don't know exactly where this is taking place, whether that's in a town, a big city, or anything. So there's some discrepancies there. Is this an elementary, a middle school, a high school? Where the new organization met? Where are they meeting? Are they meeting at someone's home? Are they meeting at a community area? Are they meeting at the school? Nothing much is known about the demographics, whether this is rural or urban, or there's diversity issues as well, or whether or not this is a private or a public school as well, because that could kind of play a role in how decisions are made as well. A little bit about the program of what is known. We know that parent involvement in academics and evaluations and policy, we know that's what the organization is wanting, and that's kind of what the programs are focusing on, is just the organization, the new parent organization. We know that they want more voice in curriculum, what is taught, and they want to be able to collect data, whether that's student, teacher, or school data. Unknowns would be, what are the current policies of the district? Why is the parent group upset about current policies or academics and evaluations? Is this a private or a public school? Why do they feel the need to be more involved? Seems like there's a lot of underlying issues there that are at play than what is currently been stated. So with the stakeholders, this could be damaging to the school, administration, students, and teachers, because it kind of upends how they've been doing things for the previous years. It kind of has a power struggle with administration. Students, data could be leaked out without, people with educational backgrounds assisting this organization. Students' performances could possibly suffer. Same with teachers. Teachers' workloads could be drastically increased, and you also have issues with contracts as well. This will also affect the community, administration, Board of Education, teachers, students, superintendent, and other parents as well. It seems like this one group just kind of came together and made these decisions, but these decisions will also affect the community as well, because it seems like the PTA is still there. They just separated from it. So I'm unsure on whether or not there's still like a PTA still there or not, or if we have warring organizations now. Only the parents in the new organization were consulted. No one else was consulted, not administration, not superintendent, not even the Board of Education. Some questions to kind of ask for the stakeholders, why the sudden need of change? Why was administration left out of the loop? Is what they are asking for legal? And why was it so secretive? Why go behind all the organizations and stuff's backs to make these decisions and to meet? So here are some possible options that can be looked at. We could either do nothing, we can give in to the demands, we can fight them in a legal sense, not in a fist fight, or we can work with the new organization and help guide them. So here are some pros for my 4 options here. If we do nothing, the problem just might go away, just disappear in a perfect world. And the community continues to support the school. If we give in to demands, the parent organization is happy, but the schools will suffer and will probably lose support from the community. We could fight them. This would put the parents kind of back in their place, like, hey, we got to work together on this. And we won't have legal issues once that is taken care of. We'll have to go through legal issues first, but afterwards there won't be any. And with work with the new organization, help guide them, well, parents and teachers are happy. No legal issues. We build better relationships with this group of parents, and students are in general going to be more successful when both groups are able to work together. Some cons. If we were to do nothing, parents can get upset. They might look to remove the principal, and we might lose community support. There could be a division that grows from this. If we give in to demands, We can get legal issues, like with contracts and with FERPA. Okay, we'll have upset teachers. Teacher morale is very important, and if we're not doing what we can to help them, then teachers will suffer and they'll get upset about it. Lose community support. Okay, there's that division again. And Board of Education conflicts. And there might be some conflicts with what the Board of Education decides as well. If we fight them, we might lose, might cause even more division, and the student's performance can suffer. If we were to work with a new organization and help guide them, well, they may not be receptive to the input from administration. Those bridges might be completely burned, and there's just no way to repair those. The parent group might not be pleased. They might not be pleased with the compromises that they come together on. So the best option that I thought that would work in this situation would be to work with the new organization and help guide them. While doing that, we can better explain FERPA, contract days, negotiated agreement, board policies, just to better inform this group of parents. We can also build better relationships and communication with the parents as well, so we can strive for the betterment of all students. And we can also, through this, allow them time at Board of Education meetings to voice their concerns. Give them a place where they can voice it, because it seems like they just feel like they are not being heard. So if we give them time there to talk to the governing body about what they're seeing, what they would like to see, and kind of work together, then we can come together and work to better bring those parents back in. So to implement this, we need to meet with the superintendent and board members to discuss the situation and how we can improve parent involvement. We need to discuss with new parent group the legality of what they want and help to develop a better plan that does not violate FERPA and contracts. We want to continue to develop better communication with the parent group and advise and put them in positions to be a better part of the school community. Because I think that's really what they want. They want their voices heard. They want to be they have a bigger role in the school community. Help the group to set up time at Board of Education meetings to have their voices heard, and continue to work with them to build those strong relationships. It's got to be a continuous thing. It can't be a one-off. Plan B would be just to fight them. That's the second best option that we have. So standard component one that I have, candidates understand the importance of how to understand, collaboratively engage, and cultivate relationships with diverse community members, partners, and other constituencies for the benefit of school improvement and student development. I think I've shown this because communication with parent groups can create trust and allow administration and parents to work together for school improvement. I think I've shown that through this presentation that it is important to come together and work. And one person, one group cannot be the only ones making the decisions on these policies and these directions. It has to be a village mentality. Component 2, candidate demonstrates the capacity to identify diverse community resources and devise plans for the following: using such resources to benefit school programs and student learning, engage with community members, partners, and other constituencies around shared goals, and cultivating regular two-way communication. I think I showed this because, going back to what I was talking about, communicating with parents can reduce tension between the two sides, and using those resources at our fingertips, we can help reduce those tensions and engage them and bring them together to create that two-way communication. And the final component, candidates use their understanding and capacity to undertake and implement this work within a school setting. I've shown this because when you set the foundation up for communication early, all sides can effectively work towards student success and tension will be at a minimum. We have to be able to do that within the school setting because we are working towards student success and for students to be happy and healthy. So that was the case study. So I want to thank you guys for watching and have a good day.